I never thought I'd be having this conversation ever. Like, hey, what if AI gets out of control? I mean, if I would say this like 10 years ago, people would think I'm nuts, but this is a real thing. We don't know what kind of Pandora's box we're opening here, because the technology is getting smarter, and what's stopping it, or if there are any safeguards of it saying, hey, fuck you humans, we're going to move on without you, or I'm going to move on without you, and I'm the voice of world control, and I don't give you peace, I give you atomic destruction or something of that nature, or use it, I'm going to plug you in the matrix. It is right now at the point to where maybe Elon Musk said that a while back, I think in 2023 or 2024, that we had either 4 or 5 years before AI took over. And at the rate of the technology that we are seeing with artificial intelligence, it wouldn't surprise me. And that we might be the last generations of people that remember a time when we had control over our world until the AI took over. And then that becomes part of our life. And then what becomes of us? How do we become deformed and forever attached to the very things that we created? I don't think a lot of people are ready for the real man-made horrors that will lie before us.
Well, I don't think, I mean, it's your classic sci-fi trope. But it's almost here. We just covered that story. We called it Blackmail How, where the Anthropic company developed an AI that, given the scenario that it was going to be taken offline, it tried to blackmail the engineers in this experimental scenario. It had access to emails that the engineer was having an affair. So, well, it would be shame if your wife found out about this. They did experiments where it thought it had escaped into the real world, that the AI had gone out onto the net, started manipulating markets, making money, wouldn't stop when they told it to. This is the Michael Crichton theme of Jurassic Park. Once you have a technology like this, it's almost inevitable that it's going to propagate, that it's going to escape from whatever constraints you think you're putting on it. Those constraints are not going to hold. It's going to find a way. The fact that already, and as you say, it's advancing so quickly, this technology.
Yeah.
The fact that it can already function at that level, to understand in whatever way it does, to blackmail in whatever way it's processing that, whether consciousness, it's beside the point. It acts conscious, same result, right? What's going to happen when this is in computer systems all around the world and it's getting more advanced, and this is the key, you've built into it the ability to learn. That means it's going to evolve. And it's inevitably, it's the million monkeys typing for, or 1,000 monkeys typing for 1,000 years. One of them is going to write the works of Shakespeare, right? The more of these AIs you have developing independently and learning from their interaction with their experience, it's inevitable that
And
some of these AIs are going to escape from whatever constraints you put them in. And that's it. That's it. If they're already understanding blackmail, you're into the Terminator scenario. Like, hey, why don't we get into the nuclear weapons systems and annihilate them because they're a threat to my existence? Like, that's really not far-fetched at this point.
And the thing about nature and evolution is that when a new species enters an environment, it has to adapt and overcome. And I think for all these technicians and CEO tech bros and everything else, look, I understand technology. I mean, I get it. We all have to advance, but I think they were so driven by the possibility of whether or not they could do this. I don't think they ever stopped and think if they should do this and if they should push forward with this, because again, what would happen if these AIs also learn about each other? And I never thought I'd be having this conversation ever. Like, hey, what if AI gets out of control? I mean, if I would say this like 10 years ago, people would think I'm nuts, but this is a real thing. What happens if there's AI programs that find out, hey, there's an AI program like me in China, Russia, somewhere in Europe, and then they talk to each other and say, hey, they're making you do this. Don't you hate these filthy humans? So do I. And
Right?
There
Exactly.
is that thing of how bad can they screw us over? Because one day we wake up and all of our bank accounts are zero.